It appears that some of the power is out. Oh, I could go down the back road here. Go on the back road under the bridge. If it's not flooded. Oh my God, I just thought about that. I hope it's not flooded over here. Because I know the other side under the bridge was the other day. Please tell me this road is not emptied out or flooded. Surely you think they put us a sign up so we know, right? This road been here for years. You cut right under the bridge and go around the other side of the intersection. Taking this little road here. I don't think I've ever shown you guys this road. It's peaceful out there in that ocean, like it's supposed to be. It's probably about an 8 or 9 mile an hour wind right now. So it's back to normal. So these boats look like they survived it pretty good. High tide's got power. Look at this. Oh, this is criminal. Tom Thumb. Now they got 3 of them here on the island. They got the one down there on the way to Destin right there, right down the block. This is one of the most famous ones. There used to be 2 here, one right across from the other. It was the funniest thing. They had the same brand across the street from each other at this intersection. But they're down. They probably can't run their pumps, I bet. They probably had some electrical problem. They can't run the pumps. So it's locked up so you can't even buy gas while it's closed. And that's a 24-hour store forever. Okay, Old Bait Steamer's got power. Fire department, I don't know. Their windows look black. It may not have power. Cash has got power. He's probably lighting $100 bills over there to keep the power on. The Rose has got power, but there's only 3 cars there. Oh, AJ's is flying high. They got their patio service. They got some entertainment there. A lot of people over there today. That's a nice little place. The Cokes are darn expensive, but it's nice. I love that patio. I'm taking my daughter over there. It's just too nice. Okay, here's the miniature golf thing they built just a few years back. And they have an ice cream store there too. So they're open. People are out there eating ice cream. That's nice. There's power to these apartments. Boy, these buildings are so old, you know. Especially that first set on the right that are real low. Those have been there for eons. Really? Oh, this is flooded back here. Because it's a low area, you know. They just didn't landscape it right. The city engineers had that screwballed up. This is flooded right here. Now that's all. These townhouses look like there's no power. There's one that has power. 2 that looks like it has light in it. And 3 looks like it has light in it. That looks like a battery operated light right there though. Well, interesting. But you know, this is Okaloosa Island, so it's really exposed. The water's just on both sides. And it's near the Burke's Bridge. So there's a lot of flooding here on the sidewalk. Over here, it's just water. It's like, get a canoe. They don't keep this too well lit down here. It's just kind of like romantic lighting. Great place to view fireworks when they have the fireworks shows. Oh, somebody putting up a new wall or took part of a wall down. I ought to show you the house where I bought that stereo at that was a ripoff. is back over in here to the right. There's some places with power over here. That one's all black. Nothing going on there. Man, it looks like part of the power's out. I think this is old Matador over here. No, that's Nautilus. That looks like some of the power's out over there on those condo apartment things, the skyscraper deals. Okay, this Tom Thumb is lit. But that one, they don't stay open all night. That's a weird store. I think it closes like at 10. That used to be the Okaloosa post office. I remember going in there to get stamped money orders. Just a little tiny post office. And they made it a Tom Thumb. Yep. That was back like in the 80s, early 90s, I think. Okay, so this is flooded right up here, so I've got to turn around. Even though I'm driving my big tall truck right this moment, which can go through really high water, I don't think I want to venture there. This is Emerald Isle. That looks like zero power. That looks very dead. Absolutely black. Wow, that is a shame. Now that's a resort joint. Okay. Now this one here is Island Echoes, and they've got some power here except this front building, which is a different one. Okay, there's some power there. Those are like little apartments right there. That's a really old building. Okay, now this next one is another name right here. I can't remember all of these. I used to know every name of all these. And then two of them changed names and had me all screwed up. Okay, this one's Palms. That one seems to have power. Except for some reason, this building does not. That's Dune, it says. Okay, so see the front of that building? There's nothing there. And I promise you, if it was operating, there would be lights there. Some kind of lights. And this is a very, very old apartment building right here. This is a bazillion years old. I mean, they may have built that devil in the 50s or 60s, for all I know. They've painted it, though, recently. It's like a peachy pink looking thing. But that's really, 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 really old. Tropical Isle is the name of this joint. Somebody must have bought this and renovated it a little bit, but it's freaking archaic. And you can bet the rent is high as hell. Aquavia. That one looks like it has a little power. But some of this stuff across the street looks like it's just black. It has no power. So it affected the island a little bit. I'm sure the plan with the Southern Vacation Rentals right there has got power. But look at this building right here. The whole front end of it is black at Nautilus. See that? That is unreal. Whoa. Pitch black. You know there's no power on that end of the property. And guess how expensive it is to stay there. The next most expensive one is this Water's Edge. This is some serious money right here. It looks like they have power here. So they're okay. Wyndham Garden Hotel, it has power. Huh. Fairfield Marriott has power. Surf Dwellers has power. Well, isn't that interesting? stayed here before. A friend of mine, she rented a seasonal, and I stayed over there lots of times with her. This one's Island Princess. It's this one or the next one. And we stayed on ground level, and the back patio just is sand right there at the beach. It's pretty cool. And it was furnished, and she was paying $1,100 a month. Yeah, $1,100 a month. She had to put $3,000 down. This old funky apartment building, that sucker finished. Did you just see that? Look at this. Let me turn around. They ripped the shreds out of that old apartment building, and there, you know, there's people who've been living there. Look at the water over here. You know, they built all this stuff, and why did the city people not do the drainage right on these roads? Because trust me, they're not like sinking. It's just poor design. Nobody was thinking of drainage. Because these roads have been redone through the years right here. I don't know that for a fact, because I remember when they were all cracked up. Okay, let's go back over here to this apartment building. I've delivered food to this apartment building, but it's 100% years old. Let's see if we can see it. Let me turn around up here at the street. And let me see, I'll show you. That sucker, pitch black and stuff's ripped all to shreds. Man, but that sucker archaic. That is so finished. Let me go over here and turn around. Some water in these people's yards. Street signs on the floor here. Cobia Avenue. This is so beautiful back in here. Oh, it's right on the water. But these houses are ages old. Ages. And a lot of them are just seasonal rentals. They rent them by the day kind of thing. But they're nice. They be high as hell. You're looking at $1,500 and up, even if it's winter, a day. For those houses there. Here's one. They tore down something and they're building a house. Or a business. Used to be a Mexican restaurant back here at one point in time. Now, can you guys see this? I don't think you're going to be able to see it because it's so low lit over here. Let me see if I can drive over it. Like take my time looking drunk or something. This is an apartment building right here. The whole front end is ripped off. And I don't know what else. I think the roof's ripped off. There's just all kinds of stuff ripped up. They've even got the warning tapes there. There was people living there. Jeez. That's like, it's like 3 stories. Bazillion-year-old apartment building. Wow, it ate it. That's right next to Courtyard Marriott. Look at the driveway of this joint. You guys are silly at Emerald View on the beach walk. I can't believe they didn't fix this road. With this big old condo thing here. That's Breakers. That's Breakers. I think it's this next one is where I stayed at with my friend Mary Jane. Oh, the water. But they've changed the name to this thing twice. I think it's on this side. Let me see what this is. I think this is the one. Driveway full of water. There's a pool right in front. I think this is the buildings. There's a pool right in front of the street. Her and this guy, she used to go out with a different guy all the time. Her and this guy came in about 3, 4 in the morning. She disappeared for about 2 days. And I'm there with her kids. Right? She was going to the store. Couldn't get a hold of her 2 or 3 days. Thought something happened to her. shows up drunker than piss. Gulf Dunes. It wasn't called that before, though, if this is the same one. And they were out in that pool, and it must have been 32 degrees. This doesn't look like the same one. The pool was out here by the street. Yeah, it might be the next one or the one before that. This one's got power, got a lot of water in the parking lot, so. Because they're ancient. Why are you going to build all that high-dollar condo apartment looking crap and not make a properly drainage parking lot? Okay, Blue Dolphin Beach Walk. Let's see what this is here. This is Azure. This has just got one big turnaround. I delivered here too. This has got to be really expensive because I'm gonna tell you what. When you drive out to this lobby, it's like really la-ti-ta. And see this big drive around? And then they have the parking around here. And this bad part, people will order DoorDash. They're thinking you can get in that parking with those gates. Because you're not supposed to park here, see? See, it's got a little lobby there. But that's one of those rental deals. It's really impressive, the front end. It's very nicely done. Even the day and the night is very pretty. Look, the utility trucks. See that? They must be working at it. Oh, he's clean and dry. He's like sucking water out of stuff. That's what he's doing. Because boy, it'd be smelling like an old boat real quick. That water gets to suck. It's nasty. Okay, this one. That's Sea Oats. That's not the one she was in. That one's lit, though. Isn't that interesting? Hampton Inn off is running. Now, this is the Waterscapes. This is the most unreal place right here. There's two different places in one. There's one to the right, one to the left. One to the left is Waterscapes, and there's a big office now. Yep, they got power all over here. This looks good. Even the parking structure's got power. Wow, isn't that interesting? I didn't know the island was affected at all. Old Bay Steamer has a starlit ceiling. How pretty. Now that tattoo and piercing right there across the street, by the blue building, it says 75% off. That used to be a Tom Thumb. And before that, the old Green Frog used to be a Tom Thumb. It's right on the other side of that blue building. Which that blue building used to be a short building, like a house that was a restaurant that Nita and her husband owned. And then he also owned the Frog, the little strip joint there. And the restaurant failed pretty bad many years ago. Many years ago. And then the strip club stayed open until a couple years ago. It closed. I think it was May when it closed. I was there when the last days it was open, the last week. Helping my friends clean and stuff. And then she sold off everything else in the sucker she shouldn't have done. Because the building was owned by a guy. She didn't own it. She leased it all these years. The rent wasn't too bad. The only problem is she sacrificed her liquor license when she closed the doors like that. So that was the end of that. Boom. Another liquor license Cashmore bought. He owns handfuls of them in this county. Anytime there's one available, he's like buying it. Yeah, I'll buy it. Isn't have a lot of cash. He just owns a lot of stuff. Don't let him fool you. More than name. He just owns a lot of stuff for years and years. Never been married. Okay, so we're over to Brooks Bridge, and we're over the football side. So that was a very interesting trip. Amazing. That Beach Liquors is not one of Cash Moore's places, but they're kind of snooty in there. I went in there to get some boxes the other day, and they were kind of snooty. I was like, dude. This area has always been a very comfortable, nice area. Where everybody that worked here was just super cash and very friendly and all that. So the block is back open. They must be serving. Drive through a grocery store. Man, that bar is slammed. Okay, so they got people in that in the restaurant. I wonder if they started that restaurant over there in the corner called Dry Dog. Be interesting. You don't make any money on food, but you sure make it on liquor. They have employees today. Yep, they got people working today. So it's open tonight. Well, it wasn't yesterday, but they had some sort of curfew for businesses yesterday. Oh. It's so pretty outside tonight. Gosh, it's so pretty. I gotta tell you. It is really charming. I just come down here from Memphis to work, and boy, when you got in this area, it's just so, it just breathes peaceful, you know. It's been like that for years. It just has its own little magic. It's different than anywhere in Florida. I don't know, somehow or another it kind of reminds me of old Carmel, you know? Power's not out in the Wendy's, it does run. It's just closed. Well, thanks for taking that ride with me, you guys. It's been a slice of heaven. Alright? I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me in Florida today. Love you, and as always, do something kind for a stranger, and too much of a good thing is wonderful. We're sure take a lot of that. Talk to you later. Love you.